Hey guys, I got kind of an unusual situation here. One of you ordered these two locks. They are both very old Eagle brand locks, and they're both US issue at some point. Anyway, you ordered it from a company called Low Impact, but there was no note, no return address, no indication of any indication of who placed the order. So if you're the one that sent them, you better drop me an email. Let me know so I can return them to you. Anyway, I'm going to take advantage of the situation. I figured I may as well go ahead and pick them. This one is very much like the newer Reese lock. It looks exactly like this, except it says Reese right here. And to be honest, it has almost an identical tiny little keyway. This one looks like it might be damaged a little bit, so I am going to take the key off and make sure it works before we try to pick it. There's what the key looks like. These are almost always bitted quite in a challenging way, and this one is no different. So got a little 5-pinner, and I just want to make sure it works, and I want to show you something that does work. It's pretty stiff. These are key retaining, but you'll notice how little that turns. It's about 1/8 of a rotation. Very little throw on that lock to get that thing open, but it is pretty stiff. Looks like it got hit with something right on the bottom there, which kind of compressed the keyway, but it doesn't matter, it does work. So let's see if we can get it picked. Move this out of the way. We'll pick that one at a later date. All right. Whoops. Get this oriented correctly. These are tough little locks because of the keyway. It's so incredibly tight. Have trouble getting inside of there. And by the way, I'll show you. Let me get a pick here. I'll show you what I'm going to use. This is one of the one of the little hybrid picks from Sparrows that I'm using. This one in place of my short hook. It's small enough to get in there, I think. Yeah, that ought to work. Still quite paracentric, but we'll give it a try. And I'm counting 5. All right, back to the still in trial Mad Bob's tension wrenches. That's a little too tight. So the red one is the thickest one. That's 1.2 millimeter. And then we go to white. That's 0.036 or 1 millimeter. And that's a little more like it. I think that's a better fit. All right, let me zoom. All right, paracentric keyway. And by the way, on the Reese, there's actually a small actuator on the bottom, a pin protruding, kind of like on the Everest. So when you get picking, you have to shove this in and kind of jiggle it. Not this lock, though. This lock doesn't, the Eagles don't have that feature. All right, so all the way in, very moderate tension because this thing is damaged just a little bit. Let me see what we got, see if I can find a binding pin. And I got nothing on the first pass. We'll put a little more tension on the core, make something bind. I got 4. Okay, I got to click on him. Okay, that was pin 1. Got to click on him. So far, no security pins. So I've set 2 of the 5. I'm stuck in there. There we go. Okay, that was pin 3, and I got a, you notice I got a pretty good fault set going, and my tension wrench is falling out. Let me put that back in a little better. All right, no security pins at all, which is kind of odd. These usually do have security pins in them. Got a binder, and I think you can see that we have a little bit of counter rotation there. I'll take my thumb off. You'll notice when I push the pin, we get counter rotation as that spool tries to fit through that little hole. Let me see if I can pop him in place. Maybe. It's a little tight. Okay, we got it, I believe. See what else is going on in there. Nope, I didn't get it. Still looking at pin 2, got some counter rotation going. Come on. I'm going to lighten up, I'm going to actually release a little bit of the tension. There we go, I think I got him in that time. Tension wrench falling out. May have to get a little bit thinner pick. This one is dragging on the warding a little bit. Okay, there's counter rotation on 3. See if I got him. Nope, still got counter. I'm going to really lighten up now. Probably going to drop something else. There we go. Is that an open? That's an open. All right. Kind of tricky on these. They are not spring loaded, and that rotation only goes about 1/8 of the way. So you get it's not a lot different between an open and a deep fault set by those two spools inside of this Eagle set lock. Anyway, let's just make sure everything works. I can screw something up. Oops. Yeah, it does work. Still smooth, still really tight, but it does work. Anyway, there you go, the Eagle lock. Whoever sent these, please drop me an email, and I would love to send these back to you. It looks like you invested some pretty serious money in these. Thanks for your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal.